Everyone, Ellie here with another Walker's Quest where I make decks based on the daily quest and a certain theme. Today's quests are Champion of the Sunpetal Grove, win 2 games in which you can't cast a green or white spell, Destruction and Rage, cast 15 black or red spells in a matched versus battle, and Creature Comforts, cast 20 creature spells in a matched versus battle. And our weekly quest is Bring Out Your Dead. As a community, win 300,000 games while having 7 or more creature cards in your graveyard. The deck I'll be using into this episode is a core Sword of Flames. It's a red and white Weenies deck, like lots and lots of small creatures. We've got Kithion, Hero of Akros, which turns into Gideon Battleforged. That's just essentially Planeswalker power there. But we've got things like Goblin Glory Chasing, Goblin Arsonist, a nice cheap 1-drop creatures to drop in, Knight of the White Orchard, and Console's Lieutenant, good 2-drop creatures, Chandra, Fire of Kaladesh, sorry. Again, another Planeswalker power card, Aris Champion, and there's some other creatures like that in there. We've got Angel of Renewal and Flameblade Angel for some really sort of late game firepower. Allows me to sort of chump with my stuff. Angelic Destiny allows me to make my creatures a little bit more powerful as well and keep cycling through. And then most of the spells we've got things like Raging Fireblaze, Twin Bolt, Exquisite Firecrest, and Fiery Impulse just for a bit of control. And finish off with Always Watching, and Kythion's Tactics is just some cards to sort of start my creatures a little bit more powerful. I'm debating about whether or not I do need 24 lands in this deck, but then we've also got things like Sandstone Bridge and Looming Spires, which give a creature +1/+1 and either Vigilance or First Strike. So they're there more for added power to the creatures. Unfortunately, those are 2 cards. This is something that sort of reveals my tactic, what I'm going to do. I actually prefer. This is another problem here with this Kythion's Tactics, is it's a sorcery, so it kind of reveals what I'm going to do. It's like, oh, hey, look, I'm going to attack all out. Whereas something like the Ravaging Fireblaze or Twin Bolt is quite good because it doesn't. I can sort of drop it out on their turn or during the combat phase and sort of have a little bit of control when they're least expecting it. Anyway, we'll have a look and see how this goes. I'm not expecting a heck of a lot out of it, but we'll see what happens. Alright, game number 1. I have a feeling this is one of those green-white investigate decks. I've been seeing a lot of those lately. They seem to be the meta at the moment. Nah. We want to get about 2 lands in our hand, is usually the safest bet. Yeah, that's okay. It means we're not going to really play the Knight of the White Orchard till probably turn 3. But that's okay. Let's kick off with. See, I could play actually Stone Quarry, and then I've got the option of either of those, but the White Orchard's probably better a lot later on in the game, so let's get out the Arsonist early on. White Orchard might be quite good if I'm starting to lag behind and land, which is probably where that will come in handy. So Stoneforge Mage work. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each other creatures you control that shares creature. Okay, it's gonna be nice if I had some anti Let's play Stone Quarry. Let's get that out of the way and drop Goblin Arsonist, which I probably should have saved that till and on my turn. We'll swing out with a Goblin Arsonist for 1 damage. So that's relatively semi-good opening for me. Yeah, that's Elvish Visionary. So this is where looming spiders will be good because it means I don't have to worry about if my arsonist gets knocked off. Problem is it reveals exactly what I'm going to do. I don't think we're going to play the White Orchard next turn. I think it's going to be... Let's go Looming Spires. We'll give one of the arsonists +1/+1. Actually, that's something I should have thought about. I could have played that next turn, making the Glory Chaser a little bit harder for them to stop. Actually, that was a bit of a mistake on my part. Yep. Interesting. Interesting that you block the 2/2. Okay, well, 1 damage gets through. We'll play the Glory Chaser. So what I should have actually done was Looming Spires the Glory Chaser next turn. Well, that was a possibility, but actually no, it might be okay. It'll be okay. Okay. We'll continue on. Okay, that's going to be a bit of a pain. So I'd love to move in with the Glory Chaser, but I think at the time being, let's get some planes down. For the time being, I think let's swing out with the 2 arsonists. Yep. I think we're going to be ahead on land for a while, so let's get the White Watcher out as a nice defender. That's going to be good as a little bit of a defender there. That's not really going to do anything. Yep, he plays down an Elvish Visionary. That's cool. He'll probably swing out with that. No, I mean that's not actually that much of a threat to me, considering I've got quite a lot more land, more creatures out. Ooh, that's actually quite good. Ooh, let's play the planes. Balances out my mana. See, I want to save that for that. The thing is I can make that Glory Chaser menace this turn. Decisions that have to be made. Actually, I'm just tempted to go all out here. See how you're gonna block. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, that works out in my favour quite nicely. There you go. Drop that followed up by a twin bolt. Now that the Glory Chaser has Menace, is actually quite... You can quickly run through. Ooh, Vigilance and Trample. That will be a bit of an issue. Okay, not so much of an issue. Let's drop... Unfortunately this is top decking now, but we'll knock you off. Attack with all. So that's 5 damage. So let's say we can almost probably finish this up. So that's not a bad yeah, that's not actually a bad start to the game. To the episode anyway. It depends on what he plays next turn. Another one. Well, we know the Glory Chaser can walk through without too much of a hassle. Let's hope we get a spell or something. We know the Glory Chaser can get through, so we'll just swing with that. We can use maybe... I'm trying to think like what we can do. Leave that. It was against the AI, so it's not really much point in keeping the card in the hand. Normally, if it wasn't against an AI, maybe keeping that card in the hand would be quite useful at sort of false tricking them. The Force Mage. Okay, now we get a little bit of an issue. So I need to figure out how to take out that Force Mage. Problem is, if I get an Exquisite Firecraft, I just... Ooh, that is painful. Ow. Ow. That is very, very painful. That would be... Yeah, that was must come back. Perhaps it wouldn't have been so bad to swing out with all last turn. That's a shame, because if all he's got to do is shove everything in front of the Glory Chaser, and he could block everything else is the other option. Yeah. One more damage on the stack would have been great. Knock that off. That's gonna do a heck of a lot. That's a bit unfortunate. That turned around very, very quickly. Yeah. No, if we dropped another burns, had another burn spell ready to go, we would have been able to turn that around quite quickly. But yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. Anyway, we'll take that loss on the chin. So yeah, yeah, definitely another burn spell would have won that. That was bad luck. Lack of being able to pull out the right card was what put us in that scenario. Anyway, that's game 1. 0 for 1. Alright, game number 2. So we were up against sort of a elf deck last game. What are we up against here? I'm predicting a blue of some description. No, we want more land. nice to get a few planes out. If we can get a few planes, we should be fine. But it'll be getting those planes. So it's white reversing. I think the other colour might be blue. That's not exactly what I want. We'll keep the twin bolt back for dealing with any weenies that we need to. We'll have to just chip away at the arsonist for the time being. So one of the things I'm already starting to see with the weakness of the deck is being able to find the very cards that we need. That seems to be a big problem. So we'll swing out with the arsonist and then drop the champion. Okay, that's sweet. We drop the champion now. So yeah, the biggest issue I'm sort of seeing with this deck is it's not pulling out the sort of lands or the cards it wants when it needs. But that's... I thought so, white, blue. But that's a sort of a scenario of the deck doesn't really need that. The creatures and stuff are small enough, a lot of, like, it should be sort of a bit of a rush deck that it can handle that. We'll drop Sandstone Bridge and give our champion this one of Vigilance. And then we'll swing out. So we've got the Twin Bolt back ready to be used if we need to. I'm going to drop the Lieutenant next turn, because that way we can hopefully get a renown on it. So hopefully at some stage we'll be able to renown. That would be great if we can renown that, because that's just going to make everyone else extremely painful for him to fight, especially that champion. Wall of Resurgence enters. Okay. We might have to... Hang on. Enters is better if you may put 3+1+1. Okay, so he didn't. I think the easiest way to just do this is to attack. He'll probably block the 2/2, which, I mean, right now I can then just knock that off. I could knock that off it quite easily right now, but I'm almost thinking it's just not worth. It's not really worth wasting a Twin Bolt on that, when I can just go Consul's Lieutenant and Goblin Arsonist now. That's the best move. That's actually a better move, because I'm outnumbering him. He's got to drop something else to block, which I can either drop the Kythorian Tactics down, powering up everything, or I can Twin Bolt, Ravaging Blaze as I need to. So he's got nothing else. So that would be great, is just pinpointing. Let's drop the Loom. See, I'm suspecting he's got something to bounce things back, so I think we're Looming Spires, so he can't exactly block that. I'm going to hold back. Attack with all. He'll block that. That's cool. And he's going to try and bounce something. Hang on. I need to have a look. So he's given that +1/+2. +1/+2, and he's going to bounce that. That's fine. Uh, okay. Uh, that's fine. We'll just have to take that. We'll drop the champion back down. So we're sort of baiting out some of his cards. I mean, it would have been nice to be able to drop a bigger Ravaging Blaze down to finish off the wall as a result of that, but that's just unfortunate. I can't do that much damage at the moment. Okay, so he's got a 410 defender. Let's see. How do you want to play this one out? My Ravaging Blaze will do 3 damage, that's not quite enough. Target creatures. That would be quite good if I can drop a few more spells in there. On the other hand, I can give, just weighing up the odds here, I can give, play the Kythern Tactics now. Actually, yeah, let's go the Kythern Tactics. Okay, so they don't have Vigilance, that's not an issue. This is sowing out with all. As I thought, he'd block him. We're going to go Fiery Impulse, so we know that's going to die. I mean, it's unfortunate. Oh no, that's right, he has first strike. Whoops, that was a bad play on my part. Okay, that was, whoops. I wasn't paying attention. That was a bad play on my part. Yeah, I was hoping that they would get the double strike. Didn't. Nope, that's cool. That's exactly what we want. We've got 3 damage there. We'll throw out the 2 Arsonists. They'll do 2 damage. Or we can just go... Actually... No, let's swing out with the Arsonists. We'll swing out with the Arsonists. He'll probably block both of them. Take... even if he doesn't. Oh, so he blocks one of them. Yep. That's fine. 1 damage there. And then... let's Ravaging Blaze for a bit of fun. Ravaging Blaze, his creature. That's 4 damage, and that's game. So that's having a good lot of control and burn in the back as well. Quite a few mistakes were made, unfortunately, but it's me not paying attention. Anyway, so far I am going to say 1 for 1. Alright, game number 3. So far we're pretty much 1 for 1. What are we up against now? Yep, that's a pretty good starting hand. I'm not going to complain too much about that. Glory Chaser would actually be quite good early on for Menace. Right. We'll open out with a Mountain and the Glory Chaser. And then we'll give him +1/+1 Vigilance next turn. That way he should be able to drop 2 damage and become Renowned. giving him menace as well. Okay, so we got black. Whoa, that's going to be a bit of a pain. So yeah, we're going to go sandstone bridge. Continue. So attack. He's now permanently a 2/2 with menace, which means that makes it a little bit easier to get to continue walking on through. Means we can use them to chip away quite easily until they get a couple creatures out. But it also means they have to think about how they're going to distribute the blockers more. Right. Visions of brutality. Can't block. Okay. That's an interest. I'm gonna say that he probably wasted that, because that thing's just gonna keep walking through quite easily. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to lose damage, except, you know. He can't block. I'm just gonna throw him out there. Oh yeah, I take a bit of damage. You know, I would have stopped something like that, to be honest. He might actually have another one up his sleeve, but that's basically going to be me rushing him down faster. Destroy target creature. Wow, we're baiting out quite a few of his cards. He's throwing out a lot of cards that I'd sort of question as to why you would use them now. Put the plans out. You know, it's like I'm kind of expecting him to have something big to hit me with. See, the thing is like, if it was a bigger creature that you could just keep chucking 1/1s in front of, that would be more effective of using that card, but I mean, I could with a few more mountains as well. But yeah, the fact that he's chosen a 2/2, which is with menace, meaning he has to block with 2 creatures anyway, and it's going to eventually die. So what is he doing? He's going to scry, then draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. So, this is a... Yeah, I think I might be able to rush him down faster than he can handle. Again, like, this is what, a 1/1. He discards a card, puts zombies in play. I think I'm just going to ping that off. I'm already rushing him down faster than he can handle. Fiery Impulse. Be good to get some more lands or some more creatures out. Yeah. Yeah. Again, another creature for me to burn off. Can we flip it over yet? No. Be nice to get another instant in the graveyard so that I can utilize that, but that's not going to happen. What's going to be my next best move? I'm kind of hoping that he'll block the Arsonist, because that... He can't block like that. It's the menace. Good. That's what I want. Because now doesn't feel like I'm going to be wasting too much of a card here. it'll be good to get one more land out, and then I can play Angel of Renewal. What do we got here? Cohort. Tap out, put a black zombie in play. Yeah, it's not too much of a threat at the moment. It's like, it's not actually going to do anything. Because he needs another ally. And I'm well ahead, like, this is, I mean, yeah, all I gotta do is, next turn, I take damage, unless he can make me lose 10 life in one turn, make that 12 life, I think. Unless he can make me lose 12 life in the one turn, I don't think he can do this. Even if he knocks that out, I can still win next turn with the Twin Bolt. Exile target creature. I think he's just realised that how much of a threat that really was. Okay, so he's put this back into a bit of a stalemate. I'll drop Knight of the White Orchard. I don't think I'll get anything out of that, but it's 2/2 with First Strike. So this is the scenario now, is that he's got to try and stop my creatures from coming through. So I've got a huge advantage here. Well, GG, no re. Yeah, his biggest mistake was targeting the 2/2, the Glory Chaser, simply because the Glory Chaser is, you have to block with 2 creatures and you're going to kill it. That kind of card is better used against a big creature that you can stick 1/1s in front of the entire time, because that would force them to kill themselves. That, I think, is his problem, is he didn't have any of those sorts of cards. Anyway, that's 2 for 1. And we'll see what happens in the next game. Alright, game number 4. Depending on the outcome of this game, it might actually be our last win. This is a relatively nice short episode, if we're lucky, but don't know. See what happens. Yeah, so at the moment I'm finding that this deck's just really, really good at rushing. And that's actually good. In a way, that's kind of good. It really, really throws a lot of these control decks out. Ugh. I want to keep, but oh, it's such a shame. That was actually not too bad. I think it's best to drop the planes, just in case they get another plane, so I can play the Soul's Lieutenant. Or if I fall behind on land, as soon as I get another planes, I drop the Knight of the White Orchard and flip that out. I think it's just, this is a game I think I might get a little bit mana screwed. So that's a black deck reversing. I might be able to get Chandra out, but he'll probably knock her down pretty quickly. It'd be great to get like another red spell with Chandra and just keep firing back and forth. I think I recognise what these decks do. I could either play Chandra now, or I think the best option is actually going to be Console's Lieutenant. Because if we can renown that now, that's going to essentially make all of my other creatures a lot more powerful. That we're not going to get any advantage out of the White Orchard at this moment. If I can get another red spell, Chandra is going to be effective. Okay. yeah, whatever. He probably won't block that anyway. I think he might be playing a black-white ally deck, something I was thinking of doing. Um, we will attack with the console. So yeah, what we'll do, it's going to be a bit of a gamble. So yeah, thank you, the console now is renowned. That's going to be a huge advantage for me now, because what I'll do is I'll play Chandra, because next turn we'll attack with Chandra, then we'll utilize Goblin Glory Chaser to untap her, use her ability to flip her over. Hopefully, if it doesn't target her and knock her out quickly. Okay, that's fine. So hang on, I just gotta check if 3 or more damage this turn. Okay. So here is the risk we've got to play. Chandra, I can make a 3/3. He can probably block Chandra and finish her off. So, what? Nah, what we'll do? No. What we'll do, make this nice and simple. 1 damage. Play the Arsonist. Chandra untaps. 1 damage. Rather than risking Chandra, I'm just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Chandra now flips. There we go. We will go 2 damage to him. We'll now attack. Doesn't really do much, but... Oh, he left. Okay. So yeah, we'll swing out with the... Does 3 damage. We'll drop Knight of the White Orchard. So I've got a good front line to protect Chandra. Or I can use Catherian tactics. The Catherian's tactics, so... Very little you can do here. Whenever you gain life, yeah, it's quite nasty. Though I don't think he's going to be gaining much life. So yeah, again, that's that whole rally problem I was getting at earlier on. Play the Sandstone Bridge. Play it on you, but I'm thinking... No, I'm thinking the console's not too good. I can make them all 2/2s. He'll probably block with... I'm gonna keep the Knight of the White Orchard back, just so I've got something to defend with. I mean, that's 8 damage total. That put him on 3. Can't quite use Chandra's ability. Yep, that I'm pretty happy with. That knocks all of his creatures off. Oh no, I lose 2 of mine. And I can just sit there and burn him down with Chandra. Anyway. 3-3. Be great to burn that down. We will go. Oof, I want to play that, but let's. I want to play that because it will force him to block. But I'm thinking. Actually, yeah. No. Actually, what I'll do. I know what I'll do. Attack with all. I mean, I want to play that because you would have forced him to block, but I'm thinking he might actually have to block anyway because I'll finish him off next turn. Okay, that's fine. It's over. Angel of Renewal. Yep. You'll probably target Chandra to take her out. Yep. Nothing I can do. He targets Chandra. Chandra dies, except I win next turn anyway. So that's. We won 3 for 1. Let's just do it for laugh. So, yeah. Alright. We won 3 for 1. That is actually really good sort of aggro rush deck. I definitely would make a few minor changes to it. But other than that, that's, yeah, the mid-rights always synergize quite well together. Recently, I don't know why it is, but a lot of the enemy colours on the star seem to work quite well together. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Like, dislike, subscribe, whatever. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later.